Hello everyone, welcome to our new lecture. Now, in this particular lecture, we are going to solve question number 1 and question number 2 of practice set 3.2. Okay, so let us start with the very first question. The question is, in each of the examples given below, a pair of triangles is shown. Equal parts of triangles in each pair are marked with the same signs. Observe the figures and state the test by which the triangles in each pair are congruent. Okay, so here you can see total four pairs of triangles are given. Okay, and all the four pairs of triangles, okay, are congruent. That means in the first sub question you will see there is a triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Both the triangles are congruent, and so on for all the other sub questions. Okay, question number 1. Now we have to note down the test by which the given pair of triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, so let us start with the very first sub question. Now here you can see there are two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Okay. Now certain symbols are used to represent the congruency or the equality between the sides and angles. Okay. Now for sub question 1 you will see that side AB is equal to side PQ. Okay. Side BC is equal to side QR and side AC is equal to side PR. That means all the three sides, okay, of both the triangles, okay, the corresponding sides of both the triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, that shows us that these two triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, so we can write the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, but they are congruent, okay, by side, side, side test. Okay, so SSS test, okay, is the reason or is the test which tells us about the congruency between these two triangles. Okay, now in sub question 2, triangle XYZ and triangle LMN is given. Both the triangles are congruent. Okay, now you can see side XY is congruent to side LM, side YZ is congruent to side MN, and angle Y is equal to angle M. That shows us that these two triangles, that is triangle XYZ and triangle LMN, are congruent to each other. But they are congruent, and we have got the idea about this congruency by side, angle, side test. So we will write here by side, angle, side test. So the answer is SAS test. Okay. Now sub question number 3. Triangle PQR and triangle STU. It is given to us. Okay. Now here you can see angle P is equal to angle S. Angle R is equal to angle T. And side PR is equal to side ST. So we can state that both the triangles, that is triangle PRQ and triangle STU, both the triangles are congruent to each other and they are congruent, and we have got this congruency by angle, side, angle test, that is ASA test. Okay. Then for sub question number 4 you can see triangle LMN and triangle TPR, both the triangles are right angled triangles. Okay, and you can see that hypotenuse LM of triangle LMN and hypotenuse PR of triangle TPR, okay, both the hypotenuse are congruent to each other, both are equal to each other. Okay, and side LM is congruent to side TP. that shows us that both the right angle triangles are congruent to each other, and they are congruent by hypotenuse side test. By hypotenuse hypotenuse side test. Okay, so we will write by hypotenuse side test. So the given triangles are congruent by hypotenuse side test. Okay, so this is the answer for sub question number 4. So this was pretty an easy question. Okay, it was a very easy question. Now let us see the question number 2. Now observe the information shown in pairs of triangles given below. State the test by which the two triangles are congruent. Write the remaining congruent parts of the triangles. Okay, so again, the given pairs of triangles in both the subquestion are congruent to each other. We have to note down the test by which they are congruent. Okay, and we have to also mention the other congruent sides and angles. Okay, the corresponding angles and corresponding sides in these two congruent triangles. So the first sub question, we can see triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Okay, now angle ABC and angle PQR, both the angles are congruent. Okay, it is given in the figure. Then segment BC, okay, and segment QR, both are congruent to each other, and this is also the given data, okay, in the figure itself. Again, angle ACB is congruent to angle PRQ. Okay, so we have got two pairs of angles and one pair of side congruent to each other. So in that case, we can write that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by angle side test. So by ASA test. Okay. Now, as both the triangles are congruent to each other, that means remaining angles and remaining corresponding sides are also congruent. Okay, so we can write angle BAC. Angle BAC is congruent to angle QPR. Okay, so angle BAC is congruent to angle QPR. R. Okay, and the reason will be corresponding angles of congruent triangles, that is CACT. Okay, this is the reason. Again, segment AB is congruent to segment PQ. It is congruent to segment PQ. Okay, and segment AC is congruent to segment PR. So segment AC is congruent to segment PR. Okay. So this is the solution, or this is the answer for sub question number 1. Let us see sub question number 2. So here you will see triangle PQT and triangle TRS. Okay. Both the triangles are congruent to each other. Okay. Now we can see that segment PT is congruent to segment QT. Segment PT is congruent to segment QST. Sorry. Segment PT is congruent to segment ST. Okay, both the segments are congruent, and this is the given data. Okay, the figure. Then angle PTQ and angle RTS or STR. Both these angles, okay, this angle and this angle. Both the angles are equal to each other, okay, as both the angles are vertically opposite angles. So we know that vertically opposite angles are congruent. Okay, then we have been also provided that segment TQ is congruent to segment TR. Okay, so again we can state that triangle PTQ and triangle STR, both the triangles are congruent, and the reason is angle side test, that is ASA S A test. Okay, so we can also mention the corresponding angles and corresponding sides in that case. So angle angle TPQ is congruent to angle TSR. Okay, TPQ is congruent to angle TSR. Okay, then angle TQP, that is this angle, and angle TRS, this angle. Both these angles are also congruent. So angle TQP, angle TQP, okay, TQP. Both these angles are also congruent. Angle TQP is congruent to angle TRS, and the reason is corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Okay, and as the triangles are congruent, so we will also have segment PQ congruent to segment SR. Segment PQ is congruent to segment SR. Okay, so this is the solution for sub question number 2. So in this lecture we have seen sub question number 1 and question number 2 of practice set 3.2. Okay, your homework will be, you have to write down these two questions along with their answer in your notebook. In the next lecture, we will see the solution for question number 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Until then, goodbye.